the truth about being a real estate agent that they don't tell you. So oftentimes, becoming a real estate agent and the chatter that you hear is that it's so wonderful, it's so great, you're gonna make so much money, everyone's gonna love you, you're gonna get referrals from everybody, it's super easy, you work your own hours, you have no boss, you just do what you want, and the checks just start rolling in. Well, I'm here to tell you the truth that nobody wants to talk about. That is not happening at all. Let me tell you why. They talk about real estate and being an agent and how it's so wonderful and a lot of the skills that you need on the surface that are going to make you successful and turn you into a quote unquote mega agent. But what they never discuss is going beneath the surface a little bit and discussing the mindset shift that you have to have, the mental strength that you have to have, some of those things. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's show. So go ahead, guys. If you find my channel to be of value, please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button and hit that like button for me. It really helps out my channel. I totally appreciate it. So truth number one, that pretending that everything is great all the time. So when you're a real estate agent, the old adage is true, man. Success breeds success. In other words, people want to do business with other people that either are successful or portray like they are successful. Nobody wants to do business with somebody that's not successful or that's a negative Nancy complaining about how the market sucks and nobody's selling, nobody's buying, and how the agent down the street's crushing them in their marketplace. No, you're not going to get any clients that way. So you have to portray that you're successful. And when people ask you questions like, hey, how's the market? You have to answer and be like, oh, the market's great. Things are happening. Business is booming, all that type of stuff. So that's really, really important. The question of how's the market is really a subjective answer. There's really no right answer for it. It's really how you look at it, right? But the question of is how's your business? That's a very real answer when you're an agent. And if a client asks you that, you don't want to tell them, oh man, things just are really slow right now. I'm not getting any business. Please work with me. I'll do my best. You're my only client. You don't want to say that. You want to say, hey, things are great. I got a lot going on. When can I have an opening next Thursday at 2 p.m.? Does that work for you? Because I'm completely booked with listing appointments the rest of the week. You want to project success because that will bring you more success. Nobody wants to work with a Debbie Downer. So that is truth number one about being a real estate agent that nobody wants to tell you. Truth number two, guys, about being a real estate agent that nobody wants to tell you is that it takes time away from your personal life and family. Nobody wants to talk about that. The difference between being a real estate agent and having a regular 9-to-5 job is when you clock out of your 9-to-5 job, your troubles are left at the workplace. You don't have any responsibilities, typically, unless you're in management. But let's just say for the sake of argument, you're a regular employee. You leave, that's it. You don't have any responsibilities. You're not answering your phone on Saturday when you're at your kid's baseball game. You're not answering the phone on Sunday when you take a trip to the river and go jet skiing or whatever you're doing. When you're a real estate agent, forget all that. You have to be on your phone 24/7 because the reality is that most business is done before 9 a.m. and after 5 p.m. and on the weekends. A bulk of your business will be done and decisions will be made on the weekends. So you have to be Johnny on the spot and answer your phone. Otherwise, you're going to miss business. And at that point, what's the point of spending all the money to get the clients if you're not going to be available when they want to talk to you and get further along in their deals or have you help them find a home or list their home, but you don't answer your phone because you're at a pool party getting drunk? That's not going to work, and that's not how you become successful in the real estate business as an agent. So you have to always pick up your phone and you have to be available on weekends. That's just the facts. So if you're not ready to do that, I would say don't get into real estate. So guys, another truth nobody talks about when becoming a real estate agent is managing your own expectations. In other words, what is in here? Because if you don't manage what's in your head, it can really throw you off. What do I mean by that? So let's say, for example, you have one transaction and that's the only transaction you have going on, right? You're going to baby that transaction. And if something goes sideways, or the deal doesn't come through, or the appraisal doesn't happen, or the person cancels their listing because of who knows what reason, right? You're going to be devastated. And that's going to give you a big negative mindset. And it's going to really screw up the rest of your day and probably week. And it's going to make you want to get out of the business unless you can quickly turn things around. So how do you stay interested in the deals that you have going on, but not become so invested that you emotionally put yourself on a roller coaster where every little decision can either make or break you? That's not a good place to be. So that's a truth nobody really talks about, is managing your expectations and truly understanding your mental game and how you're competing in the game of real estate, and kind of keeping a level head through all your ups and downs. Because being a real estate agent, trust me, there is a ton of ups and downs. So guys, another cold hard truth about being a real estate agent that nobody tells you is you're going to miss an opportunity and lose a deal to another agent. Now that's a hard pill to swallow. An example of that is you've been following up with a prospect. You've had maybe a couple of good conversations with them. You've built some rapport with them, and you feel favorable that they're going to go with you. And you don't want to be too pushy, so you kind of back off a little bit. You reel it in, and hopes that not being a typical salesperson is going to pay off for you. So maybe a week or two goes by, then you give them a call, and they answer you only to find out, and they say, "Oh, well, I've already listed with somebody else." And your jaw drops to the floor and your heart falls in your stomach. And in your head, you're screaming like, "What the hell? Like, what did I do?" And they went with someone else. That's going to happen. And those are tough learning experiences, but you have to remain positive and learn from those things. They don't tell you about that. That's definitely a truth, a cold hard fact of real estate. What's even worse, guys, is when you lose the deal and it's like a friend or a relative that went with someone else, that they didn't even give you the shot of being the agent. Even though they know you're an agent, they listed with someone else. Now, you could hear from them. They're going to say, "Oh, well, I don't mix business with pleasure," or "I don't mix business with family," stuff like that. There are some people that subscribe to that notion very heavily. And if they do, they do. They have their reasons. Maybe they had a bad experience in the past long before you ever became an agent. And there's just nothing you can do to change their mind. That's that. But, if you have a friend that, they're a friend, but they're not, if you lost their friendship, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But they know you're an agent. You hang out with them and then they go and list with someone else and didn't even tell you that they were thinking of selling their home. That hurts. It really does. And that could probably burn the friendship right there. And you lose two things. You lose a friendship and you lose a deal. So you have to not be so thin-skinned that you can mitigate and deal with those types of things. But that's a truth that really no one tells you. And that one, of all the ones I'm talking about today, can really, really sting. Another truth that no one tells you about becoming a real estate agent is you have to budget like you're never going to get another paycheck ever again. Guys, being a real estate agent is not at all like having a regular 9-to-5 job where you get a paycheck just for showing up with half a brain. Real estate requires time, energy, and money, and a lot of all of them. You're going to have to put in a ton of time, way more than a 9-to-5 job that's 40 hours a week. You're going to have to put in a ton of mental energy and physical energy. You're going to have to constantly focus on leads, following up with prospects, door knocking, walking your farm, cold calling, learning scripts, improving your ability and your skills, which are sales, negotiations, and building consistency within your business, building the systems that are going to help your business be successful. And it's going to take a lot of money. Being a real estate agent is the only job I know of where not only do you show up to the office and not get paid squat, but you have to actually put money into the business to build a business. It's not just like going to a job where you just get paid to show up and you don't have to put any money in. In real estate, you have to put money in to do ad spend, to do direct mail, to market yourself as the local real estate expert in the areas that you're trying to farm and become the local real estate expert. So it takes a lot of time, money, and energy, and you're going to have to budget for peaks and valleys, hills and valleys, because not all the time are you going to have a straight stream of business. Unless you're a very seasoned agent and you've built up business, but that takes years to do. When you're first starting out, it's not like that at all. You're going to have maybe a month or two where things are really good, a couple deals pop, and you got some checks coming in, and then things may die off. So you have to really budget like you're never going to get paid again. Live very minimal, live very frugally, and just try to save enough money to survive so you can stay in the business and not have to go back to getting a 9-to-5 job. That's some things that they never tell you, and that's the true facts about real estate. That's the cold, hard truth. So guys, this is List with Mike G. If you like these videos, do me a favor and hit that like button and smash the subscribe button for me and click the notification bell so you can get more updates on the videos I'm going to be posting about real estate agent and real estate investing. Thanks so much and have a great day.